China's President Xi Jinping has secured a historic third term as the country's leader, enforcing his place as the nation's most influential ruler since Mao Zedong. The Central Committee of the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, elected Xi as its General Secretary for a precedent-breaking 5-year term on Sunday, tilting the country decisively back towards one-man rule after decades of power sharing among its elites. Xi is now all but certain to sail through to a third term as China's president, due to be formally announced during the government's annual legislative sessions in March next year. In a speech opening the Congress, Xi did not indicate that China, a country the United States and its allies consider their main global challenger, would change course on issues like Taiwan, Hong Kong, and its strict zero-COVID policy. But he also foresaw challenges and vowed China would not shy away from competition or confrontation. We must strengthen our sense of hardship, adhere to the bottom-line thinking, be prepared for danger in times of peace, prepare for the rainy day, and be ready to withstand major tests of high winds and high waves, Xi told the audience of about 2,300 delegates in the Great Hall of the People. At the week-long Congress, Xi obtained a third 5-year term as General Secretary of the ruling Chinese Communist Party, as well as head of the country's armed forces. His third title, President of the Republic of China, isn't up for renewal until next spring. He could even be named party chairman, a title previously bestowed only on Mao Zedong, who ruled the People's Republic of China for 27 years after its founding in 1949. The lack of surprises in Xi's speech reflects his overall confidence, said Richard McGregor, senior fellow for East Asia at the Lowly Institute in Sydney, Australia. He's confident in terms of his control over the party, control over the direction of policy, he said. Whether he's confident over the economy and the impact of COVID-19, who knows? Xi faces a host of problems that will make his third term unlike his first two, not least an economic slowdown spurred by a property sector crisis and zero-COVID restrictions that officials say are necessary to protect the healthcare system from being overwhelmed. On the global stage, China's relations with the United States, Europe, and Australia are at their lowest point in years amid economic competition, tensions in the Taiwan Strait, and differences over Russia's war in Ukraine. Rather than dwell on those issues, Xi's speech emphasized the matter of national security and his past successes. For the last 10 years, under the leadership of President Xi, China has taken big strides forward. Wang Huiyao, a former advisor on the State Council, China's top administrative body, and the president of the country's Center for China and Globalization think tank, said. Those achievements have certainly strengthened the president's leadership. Under Xi, China's gross domestic product has more than doubled to $17.7 trillion. The number of people living in rural poverty fell from 82 million in 2013 to 6 million in 2019, according to World Bank data, while the number of mainland Chinese billionaires as measured by Forbes magazine grew from 113 in 2012 to 539 in 2022, compared with 735 in the United States. China has also vastly expanded its infrastructure, more than quadrupling its network of high-speed rail lines to about 25,000 miles more than the rest of the world combined. Alongside its progress at home, China has increased its footprint abroad, working to project power and expand trade and other alliances while also making aggressive moves in the South China Sea, where it has territorial disputes with multiple countries. The country also has an ambitious space program, landing spacecraft on the Moon and Mars in recent years and nearing completion of its space station. But Xi has also made China more authoritarian, consolidating power in his own hands, enhancing state surveillance, and forcefully crushing dissent. In his speech on Sunday, Xi reiterated his opposition to Taiwan's independence and criticized interference by external forces. Another flashpoint in China's international relations is Russia's war in Ukraine, though Xi did not mention it directly in his speech. Beijing and Moscow have forged closer ties over the past year, and Xi has refrained from condemning Russia's actions. At 69, Xi is already past the age when Chinese officials customarily retire. The makeup of the new Politburo Standing Committee, China's top governing body, could provide clues as to potential successors, anyone who walks out closely behind Xi and isn't already too old. If no one fits that profile, it will be seen as a signal that she intends to stay in power indefinitely. Tensions already exist between the world leaders, and since the leaderships of the various world powers would be maintained, it means the tensions may persist. Does Xi Jinping have what it takes to take China out of its already falling economy and be able to maintain pressure from America over the Taiwan issue? Let us know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications.